Hey guys, welcome to a training on SalesRabbit. This is going to be specific to Metronet, but it also applies to pretty much every SalesRabbit account that you guys would have, whether that's with Metronet or a different account. So the purpose of SalesRabbit is to mark your pins to track the doors that you're knocking. So first of all, before we do anything, just wanted to show you the first thing that you need to do. So in the upper left-hand corner, you'll see this um, little filter icon. So click on that and then make sure whether it's your leads, shared leads, or areas, whatever you have access to, make sure to toggle those to the right. And then always make sure where it says quick date, and then here I have all time, always make sure it's selected under all time. Otherwise, sometimes the leads won't be showing up. Same thing with, leads under the lead section, always make sure it says all time. And lastly, in the areas section, same thing, make sure it always says all time. Otherwise, the leads won't show up. So now that I have the filters on there correctly, now I'll show you guys how to use and mark pins. So what you'll see is we'll be assigning you different areas, different shapes, and then you'll be able to track those homes and see what you need to mark. So first of all, if you click on one of the pins, so I'm going to click on one in the bottom left-hand corner there, you're going to see a bunch of different uh, markings here. So this is all of the different things that Metronet has in their system for different statuses that I could mark the home. First one, and by the way, if you click on one, you'll be able to see not home one. That's what this one says right there. You can see on the top, you can see the shape. So IAS X117. Metronet calls this, they call their shapes or their territories or whatever, they call them LCPs. And that just is, so the name of this LCP or the name of this shape that this address is in is 117. Um, so when you're marking leads, again, down here, you'll be able to see they have not home one, not home two. So if you've knocked that home, twice already and there hasn't been an answer, again, not home three, same thing. And then over, you're going to see go back. So GB1, that just means go back one. So that's where, you mark them if you're planning on going back and having like a call back and maybe in the evening their spouse wasn't home. So you want to just go double check with them to make sure that they're interested in signing up. And again, you'll see right here, there's a notes tab for all of these. So you can mark notes like, so if it's a go back, I'll just put like, come back after 7 p.m. And here in the notes section, I always recommend putting as much specifics as you possibly can, like paying 80 with Spectrum just for internet. And then if you have more details, yeah, feel free to do that. Um, Other than that, and by the way, if you click on each one of these, I'm going to click HFS. You can look up at the top here and you can see right under the IAS X117, it says house for sale. So you can click through all of these and you'll be able to see what the status is for each one of them. But some of the most important ones of note are, of course, sold. You sold them. And then from here, you're going to kind of see, here's some objections. So maybe the price was the objection. Maybe they were paying 30 bucks a month or 50 bucks a month, call it, with T-Mobile home internet, or oh, they already have fiber. They have AT&T fiber. Boom. So yeah, you click that. Or yeah, they have cell phone or cellular with T-Mobile. So yeah, click on that if they have the T-Mobile home internet. Um, this one right here, negative feedback. This is like if they had a bad experience, maybe with like construction, you could put that. No soliciting, so NS, I would not use that really much at all, just because Metronet doesn't really like us doing that. It makes it so on if we click that, then it'll kick it into Metronet system where they actually won't, like it'll take the address away. So future reps wouldn't even be able to knock that one. So even though people have no soliciting signs, I wouldn't even ever mark this one. Um, and then SCH, scheduled install. Yeah, maybe you'll rarely use that one if someone already has an appointment that they previously had. Yeah, sure. And then most everything that you're going to have, you see this one, it says prospect. This is when we first assign you the leads, that's what's going to show up. If it shows up, with this one, this is for pre-sale. So it hasn't gone live yet. So the fiber, is yet to go live. You can still sign people up, but the only thing with these, if all of the pins are showing up as this, it just means that you won't be able to schedule that customer. So you can sign them up for service, but again, you won't be able to actually schedule an appointment until the fiber goes live in that area. And then MDU, this is just multi-dwelling unit. This is just like if there's an apartment building or apartment complex, sometimes these are designated as MDUs, and we rarely knock these. Um, and then CX is customer. So maybe it's already an existing Metronet customer. So you might have knocked into them, and in Metronet system, it might not be updated. So if it's someone like, oh, hey, I already have Metronet services, then just mark them as a customer. So when you're signing someone up, just an important distinction: mark it as sold, don't mark it as customer, because customer is only if they're already an existing Metronet customer. And then over here, the one that says NOSE, that is just not serviceable. So maybe you know, maybe they've called in before and they've been told by Metronet that, they wouldn't be able to get service because their home was too far away. That's rarely ever going to be the case, but you could put that. And then V lot right there. That's just if it's a vacant lot. So there's, the house is tore down or something. ABC, these are very important. This is the last one. So if it says ABC, this basically just means the customer has called in or looked up Metronet's pricing on Metronet's website, and because of the cookies and the tracking and everything, Metronet knows that that person is kind of like a warm lead. So you'll definitely want, if any of these show up in your areas, you'll definitely want to go hit those really quick because they're pretty hot leads most likely. Um, so yeah, that's the rundown. If it ends up being a situation where, for example, um, there's no uh there's no pin on a home, like let's say that there was a home that was in between these two right here, and let's just say that there wasn't an existing pin on there. So if that happened to be the case, you're welcome to go in the upper right hand corner. There's this little magnifying glass kind of thing right there. That's how you can add a new pin. Metronet doesn't really want us to do this, but so I wouldn't make any habit of it. As a general rule of thumb, if you do experience this, yeah, I mean, just let your manager know. But this is mainly if you just need to add a new pin. So I'm going to go ahead and click sold. Like maybe there was a home in here, and boom, I sold them. Um, but yeah, for the most part, you're not really going to ever be doing that. But just know that if you ever needed to add a pin, you can. And in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and edit that. And in the upper right hand corner, I'm just going to hit trash. Um, and then lastly, the main other thing is you can click on a lead, and if you want to see a little bit more activity, you can click see activity, and then you'll be able to see, when it was first assigned or when it went pre-sale. So this was June of 2022. You can see that's when it went pre-sale. It was first assigned out on the 17th of what is that, August? And so yeah, you can kind of go through those and see what the different status was. When someone marked it, maybe they, knocked it once. Oh, pricing was the issue. Great. So you can kind of look and see at any pertinent information about that. And then other than that, if you want to click this little, pen symbol right here under see activity, click that. This will allow you to put in even more information. Like if you wanted to put in their name, if you wanted to, set an appointment for a reminder for a callback, you could set an appointment, maybe for tomorrow, and you could change the time down here, things like that. Um, and then I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. And then other than that, yeah, just a little bit more information if you wanted a little bit more details, but that's pretty much it. If you want to go to leads, you can do that as well, and see the leads view. I always recommend staying in the map view just because it's going to be a heck of a lot easier. And then if you happen to have manager access, where you can assign leads, you can see in the upper left-hand corner, um, right here with that finger symbol, this is how you can assign leads, like do a lasso around draw shape. So if you have other reps that you're managing, this will show up, and then you can just kind of, I'm just going to make a shape, and I'm going to click on those, and then it says, oh, those ones are, my rep Cade Lewis has those right now. You can see the different breakdown of, the different statuses on there. And then you would be able to go to ownership, and then, yeah, you would be able to change that, if you are managing some reps. But other than that, yeah, I'll just go ahead and delete that. So your bread and butter is just going to be Sales Hub. So here's home. This will kind of give you a little bit of an idea of, you'll be able to look at your appointments here, your stats here, leads created, things like that. I didn't sell for them today, so but for whatever reason, there's 22 on there. Who knows? But yeah, Sales Hub, that's going to be your bread and butter. So that's how you use Sales Rabbit for tracking the the doors that you're knocking, and then changing the different statuses and things like that.